In this screencast, we are going to review exponents and what it means when you see a number with a little number next to it. So for example, we have 3 exponents or numbers written with exponents on our screen. We have 4 to the 2nd power, 5 to the 6th power, and 9 to the 7th power. You could also say 4 squared. So let's go ahead and take a look at our next screen. And this is looking at what we would call our 2 numbers in our problem. So you'll see that the number 4 is what we call our base, and this is the big number that you're multiplying with itself. And then the second number is your exponent, and this is the tiny number, and it tells you how many times you're multiplying the base with itself. So if we have 4 to the 2nd power, that would be 4 times 4, and then to evaluate or answer this problem, we would do 4 times 4, which is 16. So that would be our final answer. If you take a look at our next screen, you'll see that once again we have an exponentially written number. So 6 to the 4th power would be written as 6 times 6 times 6 times 6. What I would suggest doing in this case is breaking it apart. So I would do 6 times 6 is 36, 6 times 6 is 36, and then multiply 36 times 36 together. And your final answer or product would be 1,296. Go ahead and take a look at numbers 1 and 2. We would say this is 3 to the 6th power and 2 to the 4th power. So what I would like you to do is try and write these out using expanded form. So that's when we write it out with our multiplication sign in between each number, and then try and evaluate or solve for a final product or answer. So in conclusion, we're going to take a look one more time at what we would call our 2 types of numbers. So once again, our 8 in this problem would be called our base, because that is the whole number. It's what we're multiplying with itself. And then our 3 would be our exponent, and that tells me how many times I would multiply the 8 with itself. So since I have 8 to the 3rd power, I would do 8 times 8 times 8. I would multiply that together and I would get my final product, and that would be my final answer. So in conclusion, exponents, we have a base and we have an exponent. This is called exponential form. When we write it out, such as a times a times a, which would be a to the 3rd power, this form right here is called expanded form. And we'll review this in class a little bit as well, but we have expanded form, and then we have exponential form, which is when we write the number with exponents.